Hello, I am Imran Ali, Assistant Professor, Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida, Department of Management Study. This is lecture 40 on Kaizen and ISO. So, I would be discussing in detail about Kaizen, what is all about Kaizen and where it is going to be used, and through the implementation of the Kaizen and ISO, what kind of improvement and benefit organization have achieved in their operations. So, I would be discussing in detail it is about Kaizen, then I would be discussing about it is ISO, that is 9000. Kaizen basically it is a Japanese concept, and again it is related with that what kind of improvement an organizations is expected to bring in. So, Kaizen, since it is a Japanese terminology, it is a Japanese terminology and it is being Kai and Zen. So, here what it indicate, Kaizen indicate for that change has happened, the some change need to the organization should do, and this change need to be done for the betterment. So, we want some change inside the company or we want some change for some betterment. Now, Kaizen is a Japanese term meaning change for the better or continuous improvement. It is a Japanese business philosophy regarding processes that continuously improve operation and involve all the employees. So, Japanese this Kaizen as a concept, it sought that every organization or every functional area inside the organization, they need to be highly concerned about quality improvement and quality maintenance. And quality, since it is a everyday phenomena, it required cooperation and assistance from all each other. Then we need to look every day, every moment where there is a possibility, where there are more chances, where the quality can be improvement or further quality initiative can be taken, so that the overall improvement can be done. So, now we have seen in the manufacturing organization, every day organization are searching for to make their operations more better, and they are in search of that how they can make their operations more effective, so that their productivity is increasing. So, some change is happening and this change is happening for the sake of betterment, so that the employees morale or employee satisfaction should increase, so that customer satisfaction should increase, so that the customer loyalty should increase, so that the wastage need to come down, so that the improvement in the optimum utilization of the resources can be increased. So, there is a objective behind in every functional area, some change has happened, and the objective behind the change is that some improvement have to be taken. Nowadays, we have seen into service as well as into manufacturing organization, companies are largely using technology, or their decisions are going to be based more on data, unlike past or earlier when our decision was more based on our intuition, was more based on our experiences. So, approach which is based on data for taking decision, it is trying to bring certain betterment and improvement inside the organization or in the organization, so that whatever decision in whichever functional area are being taken, they have to be taken on certain logic, they have to be taken on certain basic, so that they are going to be more beneficial or optimum for the organization. So, this is how the data based decision making has improved the bottom line of the company, has improved the profitability of the company, has improved the revenue of the organization, and this is how some improvement have been taken place. Even during COVID-19, there has been number of organizations who were not earlier in online distribution or accepting order through online, but since they have realized that larger number of the customers are now existing online, they immediately brought a change and start offering their product or accepting order through online also. This is a change, and this change is for what? For some betterment, and this change has helped the company to retain and to make their customer much more satisfied. We have seen what kind of challenges was being faced by Big Basket, either by Grover, or it is Amazon, or it is Flipkart. So, they continuously using technology, they are continuously bringing certain improvement in their distribution or into their practices, so that always we should be an organization for change, for the betterment. Next, Kaizen philosophy is concerned about at three layer or three elements are existing into Kaizen. The first, it is everyone, it is everywhere, and it is every day. So, we need to understand it properly, why everyone is involved into it. Either these are the CEO of the organization, or it is the middle level employees, or these are the sales executive or marketing executive, or lower level of the employees. Everyone in the organization or every employee in the organization have to contribute their bit for the betterment, for the quality improvement, for a change that is in the interest of the organization, a change that is going to happen for the employees. So, this change is happening for everyone, and everyone have to look into it. So, here I just want to say, and my purpose is to say that no organization can bring a effective change, or no organization can improve the quality standard until and unless all employees at its own layer are involved and dedicated for the improvement. So, everyone, everybody, every employee in the organization, either at the lower, middle or top level, they need to be dedicated and they need to be more crazy to bring change for the betterment. Next, it is about everywhere. Everywhere, I mean to say, either it is the top level of the organization, either it is at the middle level of the organization, or it is the lower level of the organization. At all three level, this quality standard have to be maintained. Even everywhere, I mean to say, either in every functional area, whether it is HR, whether it is finance, whether it is IT, or it is production, or it is marketing, every department or every functional area is responsible to take certain action and to identify that what course of actions can be taken by the company. So, the HR at its own initiative related to the employee policy, related to the promotion, related to the internal transfer, they have to develop some HR policy or innovative HR policy that lead to a betterment or quality improvement inside the organization. We have seen during COVID-19 what kind of transformation or drastic change are happening into HR practices. Largely organization are recruiting remotely through online platform. So, somewhere the cost of recruitment it is getting down. On the other side, applicants are also feeling it's easier because they need not to travel at a very faster pace. Next, it is about it is finance. Finance have to bring some kind of improvement into it is information technology. We need to brought, establish and install some new technology that help to make our operations more faster, efficient, and lead to less wastage of the resources, so that the overall improvement can be increased. Next, it is about the production, how production can be improved more, and how the wastage of the resources can be brought down, and how the overall improvement can be done in the organization. Next, it is about it is a marketing department, and marketing department, since it is more closely related and they are more closely connected with the customer, they need to be highly concerned about that how our customer are feeling about our product, about our organization. Do our customers are satisfied, or they are looking certain change or certain improvement into our existing product. So, these are the all functional area of an organization, and each of them can do their bit. Each of them can suggest some quality tool, quality principle, so that the overall improvement can be taken in the company. Next, it is about every day organization need to think for betterment or change for the betterment every day. Every moment it have to be looked after, so that companies are more comfortable, they are in the positions to observe that how further chances are for the improvement. Now, it is Muda, that is waste, and Kaizen says that only those activity or set of activity have to be retained or should exist in the organization that are more critical for the organization. There are two things, that critical for quality and those critical for customer. So, first we need to understand that we need to first understand that activity or all the activity into an organization are not necessarily fruitful, or all the activities in the organization may not be more beneficial for the organization. So, we need to identify periodically or over a period of time which activity do have more relevance and more effective for having a quality standard and quality parameter in the organization. In case we have identified that over a period of time these activities are not going to be more fruitful, we need to eradicate them, we need to cut down from our operations, and maybe they are no longer the part of our overall operation of the organization. Maybe in the next 5 year or 10 year into banking industry, ATM may not be more fruitful, or the cash distribution through ATMs, it is going to be reduced drastically. So, what I am trying to do or compare, that at some point of time this activity was very critical, it was very important for banking, because ATM was one of the major source or medium to distribute cash to the customer. But now, because of the online channel has been developed, online the penetration is increasing, online app are being adopted. So, these activities are likely to be reduced at some point of time. Similarly, into manufacturing organization, at initial level or at entry level, might be the quality standard and the quality parameters are going to be more maintained and more observed through machinery, technology, tools, rather than by manpower or by individual. So, after certain period of time, this the manpower, it is going to be irrelevant, and the tools and technique and the other processes that are going to be more relevant. So, the Muda, that is indicate about the waste and the activity that we need to identify which activities are more critical and which activity are no more critical. So, those activity which are critical, I mean to say those activity which are creating value or value addition is happening. They are being creating value either to the company or they are creating value either to the organization. So, those activities which are in the position to create value to organization or customer, they need to be retained, they need to be incorporated, they need to be maintained. and activities that are non-valuable and they are outdated, obsolete or irrelevant, company have to search for how these activity can be eradicated, abandoned, or they are no more and no longer part of the organization processes. Now, what are the benefit of the Kaizen? Kaizen reduces waste. This is the primary objective, and if the Kaizen as a principle help to cut down the wastage, overall efficiency is expected to be improved. Why it is so? If the waste is lower, then we are optimally utilizing our resources and our productivity is also increasing. So, this is going to create a multifold or multiple benefit in the organization, multiple or multifold benefit in the organization. Next, Kaizen improve space utilization and product quality. So, we need to just identify and observe that Kaizen ultimately purpose it was that product quality need to be improved. Our product standard need to be such or the product quality need to be such as, so that it is as per the requirement of the customer. Next, it is the high employee morale. The employees are more emotionally attached, employees are emotionally more associated with the organization. So, this would happen if Kaizen it is being implemented. Next, it is about job satisfaction. The employees will feel or employees will be more satisfied with the Kaizen implementation or the proper implementation of the Kaizen in the organization. So, it is going to work out in both the way. It can reduce the waste, cut down or lower down the cost, help to optimize the utilization of the resources, and overall efficiency it is going to be improved. Next, it is about Kaizen improve space utilization and product quality. So, Kaizen is also concerned that into our working station or in area, the tools and equipment need to be placed, so that unnecessary space is not going to be used. And third, it is about the employee morale need to be developed. We need to take certain initiative, so that the employee morale it is continuously improving or increasing, and job satisfaction is the most important for quality improvement. Unless and until employees are satisfied with the organization, they are not going to give their best, they are not going to contribute to the organization, and that is going to create a problem for the organization. Now, quality Kaizen it is related with the continuous improvement, and how this continuous improvement can be taken. First, we need to know get employees involved. I have been saying that for quality improvement, involvement and cooperation from the employees is inevitable. Next, gather a list of problem. We need to collect and check out what kind of problem or which different problem are being faced in the organization. Encourage solution, then choose an idea, test the solution whichever we are working, regularly measure and analyze the result. If successfully adopt the solution, repeat on an ongoing basis. So, these exercises in the organization for quality improvement or quality betterment, they have to be done time and again on regular basis. These are not only for a day or two, is happen to. Next, it is about ISO 9000 2000. So, this ISO was concerned about quality parameter or quality standard. So, these ISO 9000 had given 8 clauses. There were 8 clauses into it, and these 8 clauses are sharing or indicating about that how organization can ensure and what course of action could be taken, so that the overall improvement is maintained or overall improvement can be taken. So, these are the 8 clauses mentioned into the ISO 9000, and if any organizations is searching for and exploring for high standard of the quality, these 8 clauses are to be maintained. So, the first out of the 8 parameter, it is customer focus. Customers are the main focal point for the manufacturing as well as for the service organization, and we need to see and observe that how our customers are changing. We need to continuously analyze and observe how the demand pattern or behavior and taste and preferences of the consumers are changing. We have seen during COVID-19 that consumers were largely on online platform. Now, every company or every brand did their best to be present on online platform. Either these are FMCG company, HUL has launched its project Shikhar to come on online platform. IKEA has also launched that we are going to come on online soon, and we will start selling our product through the online platform too. So, these organizations are continuously trying to analyze, observe the changes happening in the preferences of the customer. Today's customer is running short of time, he is more health conscious, he is more IT enabled, and he is more health conscious now again. So, these changes that we are going to do and quality parameter are need to be maintained. These to be done keeping in mind the changing pattern, changing behavior of the customer. Even into the beverages industry, if you say Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Dabur Real Active, or it is a Pepsi Tropicana, all beverages company is a Parle also, they are observing that as compared to the past or earlier, now the consumers are much looking for the beverages or the juice based product. So, the companies are also doing that kind of R&D or some kind of research is being done, so that they have identified the customer focal point have to be taken. Recently one survey was being done by Ruabza Hamdard product, and they observed that more than 50% of the customers are using their product mixing it into milk. They are using Ruabza with the milk. So, company have identified why not companies should launch a product which is already have a mix up with the Ruabza and milk. So, they launch a new product with same kind of ingredient or mixture, and they have launched it. So, what I am trying to say through this survey or through certain data or observation, whatever change we observe into our customer, we need to brought, and accordingly our quality and services have to be managed. This approach will help us to maintain and to make our customer more satisfied, and quality automatically it is going to be improved. Organizations depend on their customer and therefore should understand current and future customer need. So, as I have discussed, company need to be more concerned about changing requirement, changing preferences of the customer, and accordingly we have to change our manufacturing processes and our manufacturing practices. Next, it is about leadership. Leaders establish unity of purpose and direction in the organization. They should maintain the internal environment in which people can become fully involved achieving the organization. So, for quality maintenance or quality standard, the leadership effectiveness is very important. And what does the leader do? Leader establish a unity of command, unity of purpose in the organization, and all employees in the organizations are following him. So, this unity of command and unity of directions have to being observed, and we need to just check out that how it is going to be maintained more quickly and improvement. We have seen Narayan Murthy in Infosys as a leader, what kind of improvement they have brought in. We have seen Ajim Premji in the case of Wipro, what kind of improvement he have brought. It is Mukesh Ambani and Reliance Industries Limited, they come into different new businesses. Dhirubhai Ambani, his father, what kind of change. So, leadership effectiveness is very important to maintain quality across the organization. Next, it is involvement of the people. It is important that all the people in the organization from top to bottom, they need to be involved in the company. People at all level, the essence of the organization and their full involvement enable the ability to use for the organization benefit. So, it is either the top management, middle or lower, all need to come together, put their best for the overall improvement. Next, it is about process approach. Process approach, what does it says? A desired result is achieved more efficiently when activities and related resources are maintained. So, we need to take quality processes or quality maintenance as a process, and this process will enable us or the organization to maintain high quality or high quality standard. So, it even into manufacturing or even the process of providing services, it is a process. So, we need to take every operation as a process, and we need to identify in this process where there is a possibility for improvement and which is the area which require more focus and more attention for the quality improvement and quality upliftment. Next, it is system approach to management. System approach to management is what? It is identifying, understanding and managing the interrelated processes as a system contribute to the organization's effectiveness and efficiency in achieving its objective. So, we need to take organization as a system approach, because organization is composed of various subsystem. So, a subsystem, it could be HR division, it is marketing, it is IT, it is production, and by combining all these component or the subsystem, a system came into existence. So, a company would be in the position to maintain quality standard or quality parameter if each subsystem of this system or of the organizations are doing their bit or doing their best for doing and improving quality parameter in the organization. Either it is human resource department who is responsible for developing innovative HR practices, making policies for the promotions of the employees, and some other activities that have to be done. Similarly, it is marketing and sales division, they are more responsible for branding, they are responsible for distribution of the product and services, they are more responsible for satisfaction of the customer. So, marketing department should also do their best, so that they are in the position to bring out overall quality in the organization. So, this is what it is continual improvement. Continual improvement of the organization's overall performance should be a permanent objective of the organization. So, every organization need to work continuously, and every day they need to identify that how quality standard and quality parameters have to be maintained. So, this quality maintenance is a continuous exercise, and we as an organization or every company, every day they need to identify and search where there is a more possibilities of further improvement and further betterment. So, this was all related with the Kaizen, which says that change should happen for betterment, and we should abandon or remove those activities which are no more relevant. So, we need to just differentiate between value added activity and non value added activity, and then I discuss 8 clauses mentioned into ISO 9000 that how organization can maintain quality into their proper functional areas. So, next it is the factual approach to the management. Our decision making need to be based on more fact data rather than experiences. So, data based decision making, again it is going to be more beneficial for the organization. Next, it is mutually beneficial supplier relationship. Company and organization should work very friendly and smoothly with the supplier. So, if company and the supplier relationship is good enough, then the overall organization's performance it is going to be increased. So, this was all about the Kaizen and the other issues. Thank you very much.